Have you been wondering why you are not able to meet your fitness goals? Have you been trying to lose weight or trying to pick up some muscle and you just haven't been able to get it right? If you answered yes to any of those questions, this video is for you. What is good? What's popping? What's up? This is your boy, the Multidimensional Trainer, the MDT, where I help you multi-dimensionally level up. Welcome back, welcome back. So this video won't be a tutorial one. This will just be me sharing my opinion on why most people fail at meeting their fitness goals. So the first reason is that people just don't have a plan, right? People will say, okay, I want to lose weight, which is all good, it's all dandy, but what's the plan now? Are you gonna start doing more cardio? Are you gonna start doing full body workouts? Are you gonna do HIIT sessions? Are you gonna make sure that you're in a caloric deficit? You know what I mean? Are you gonna have a trainer help you? Are you gonna do your own research and then do it on your own? And both methods can work really well, by the way. But yeah, people just don't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, then you are planning to fail. It's quite simple. It's quite simple. Number two, people are looking for an easy way to do it, and the most honest truth is that meeting your fitness goals is not easy. And sadly, that isn't what people want to hear. People want to hear an easy, instant way to get to the physique that they want. People are expecting this easy, nonchalant type of method as to reaching their fitness goals. And I feel to combat that, one needs to change their mindset. Sometimes, remember, I've told you about my whole philosophy of training. The physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. So what I believe is that if you are wanting to actually meet your fitness goals, you gotta start with the mental, right? And at the mental, you need to change how you see working hard. You know what I mean? Because there's people who will see hard work and they have this like sluggish approach to it. Because they're wanting an easy way, and because so many of us want an easy way, that's why we're getting scammed by all these fitness people. Because they telling you that there's an easy way to do it, and then you're gonna follow that easy way to do it because you're wanting the easy way, because these people are telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. And the truth is, the difference between who you are right now and that person that you want to be is hard work. There's no secret to it. There's no secret to it. It's just hard work. It's putting in the reps, being dedicated, being disciplined, and knowing that if you don't do any of these things, you're not going to get closer towards that version of yourself that you see. So one way of changing your let me say one way to train your mental towards actually enjoying the hard work that is needed in order to get the physique you want, or meeting any fitness goal, or any goal in fact that you want, is simply by affirmations. You got to reprogram your mind to make it flow towards what it is exactly that you want, or thinking in the way to get to where you want, right? So what you could do is you could take a piece of paper and then write down on this thing. Maybe you can write down, I love working hard when I know it's going to benefit me. And then put it somewhere in your room. Put it somewhere where you know you're always going to see it. And that's how you program your different way of thinking. Because when you wake up, we're in I believe it's called a theta state. And in this theta state, we are more easily programmed, right? So now, if we're making sure that we keep reading this affirmation, then on the mental plane, we're going to start enjoying the hard work and not seeing it as something as like something that makes our day worse. We'll start to in fact look at it as something that makes our day better. And then once you've reached that, let me say level of knowing, in terms of mindset on the mental dimension, that you enjoy hard work, then on the emotional, then you'll start feeling it as well. So then getting to the mindset of enjoying it, and then on the emotional plane now, we're going to get to a point where we start to feel it. You know what I mean? And then when you've knocked down the mental and the emotional, then the physical gets so much easier. And then when the physical is that much easier, because now you're having the physical, emotional, and the mental going towards what it is that you want. You see what I'm saying? But the change has to start with the mindset. Because that's what I've noticed. Is that the mindset's not there. And as I say, people are just looking for an easy way when there isn't an easy way. You can make things a bit easier, with, let's say, things like supplementation, or maybe making it fun, because if you make it fun, it'll be a bit easier, but it is hard work. That's what it is, blatant truth. It is hard work. And if you can't get yourself to enjoy the hard work, if you can't get yourself to enjoy the journey of the hard work, then unfortunately those goals will stay exactly where they are, and you'll stay exactly where you are, and that distance between you and your goals will not get closer, because that mindset needs to be there, man. That mindset needs to be there. Number three is people relying on motivation to get them to do the workout, or let's say following the specific diet. So the like biggest problem with relying on motivation is motivation's a feeling, right? And we can't control whether or not we're motivated, right? And the truth is that motivation leaves after about the first week or two. Because in those first 2 weeks, you motivated, you're like, yeah, let's go, and then after those couple weeks, then you're seeing how hard this work actually is, and then the motivation starts dipping. Because as I said, there's no easy way to do it. And when the motivation dips, you need to be disciplined, and that's the way you combat the lack of motivation, is discipline. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know that it's either okay. So what you need to know is that every decision you make either gets you towards your goals or further away from them, but there's no in between. Right? And if you're trying to, let's say, lose some weight, and you are planning to, let's say, work out 3 times a week, right? But now this week you worked out twice, because getting in that third day was a bit much, because there wasn't motivation, or discipline. Actually, I would say there wasn't discipline, because you didn't feel like it. Then that choice of skipping that workout gets you further away from your goal. And one of the ways to maintain that discipline is, again, just writing it down, and changing that whole mental aspect as to how it is that you view it. You know what I mean? Because once you can change the perception of what it is that you're doing, then you can start feeling different about it, or you can start acting different about it in terms of the actions you'll take about it. So if you're having that poster there saying, I love working hard, when I know it's going to benefit me, then even on the days that you don't feel motivated, you will be able to just make yourself do it anyway, and guaranteed you will feel better afterwards. Like, you are guaranteed to feel better. I've never felt worse after a workout or doing some exercise. I've never felt worse, and most of the times I don't even feel like doing it. My mind's like, oh, I want to chill, I want to sleep, I want to watch some videos on YouTube. But I gave myself to do it anyway, and I always feel better afterwards. And that's obviously due to the science of when we exercise, endorphins are released in our brain, which helps us obviously feel good. And to be honest, that is my favorite benefit of exercise. It's the fact that I can feel whatever certain type of way, and if I do work out, I am guaranteed to feel much better afterwards. Number 4. So the fourth reason as to why I believe that a lot of people struggle meeting their fitness goals is that people won't set SMART goals. People will set goals that may be unrealistic. Someone might say something like, yeah, I want to lose 12 kgs in 2 weeks. And obviously I'm really exaggerating. But I hope that you're getting the message that I'm trying to send across. Is that when you don't set goals correctly, then it really dips your motivation. It really does dip your motivation. Because then you aren't getting wins, right? You aren't getting wins. And yes, as I said earlier, you should not rely on motivation, but there are certain ways that you can aid in keeping the motivation up. So sometimes motivation will get you to do the workout, and sometimes discipline will. 90% of the time though, okay, well, personally at least, discipline has. You know what I mean? So if you could have a simple goal of, okay, you wake up in the morning and then you say, today I want to do a workout. Having no expectations of how the workout's supposed to go, but you know that you're going to do this workout. You're going to do this workout, and then when you've done the workout, then the goal's been achieved, right? Or maybe let's say weekly goals. You say you want to work out 3 times a week. You want to work out 3 times a week, and then when you work out 3 times a week, that's another W. And then you can see in yourself that you're taking more W's now. You are winning more, and we all are winning. we all are winning, and all of us hate failure. So when you set an unrealistic goal such as you want to lose 12 kgs in 2 weeks, then when you don't reach that goal, you're gonna feel like a failure, and then you won't feel like doing carrying on with the journey. Let me say, you won't feel like carrying on with this journey because you're gonna be like, I couldn't meet this goal. I wouldn't meet that end goal of me being, let's say 90 kgs, and you want to get down to like 75. And then you're gonna say something like, I'll never get there. You know what I mean? So that's why SMART goals are really important. You want to keep it specific. So keeping it to a time frame, you want to be able to measure the goal. So you don't want to say I want to lose weight. You know what I mean? You want to say you want to lose this much, for example, right? But don't put too much pressure on the time frame, because what I found is that putting pressure on the time frame, it really just makes it difficult. It really makes it difficult. It needs to be achievable, so obviously it needs to be realistic. And yes, so short-term goal setting. I feel that's the most important. But something as simple as, today I need to do a workout. You know what I mean? Because when you keep knocking down these short-term goals and you get into this flow, next thing you know, you reach your goal and you haven't realized it because you put all your attention onto smashing these short-term goals. Then the fifth and final reason that I'm gonna say for this video is just people generally having a low self-esteem, or having low confidence in themselves and their abilities. So a lot of people don't believe that they can actually do it. There's also something big that I've seen. It was a big obstacle I needed to get over as well, or let me say get through rather, not get over. And the way you can change this is the same, just writing it down. Just writing down an affirmation and making sure that you put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. Because that's how we change the programming and the way that we think. Because having a low self-esteem is a result of our thinking processes, and I'm sure we can all agree on that. Those thoughts come of saying, you aren't good enough, you don't have it in you, bro. And all of that. But the great thing about working out is as you work out more, then your confidence starts to raise naturally. you know. But the hardest part's getting that ball rolling. The hardest part's getting that ball rolling. But once it's rolling, that self-esteem goes up, and you just keep smashing workouts and smashing some more goals until you get to that long-term goal of shedding, let's say, 12 kgs, for example. But that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, like that video, maybe share it with a friend who's also struggling reaching their fitness goals. And yeah, just keep on practicing. Keep on practicing, keep on working out, and just make sure that every time you go to sleep, that you can tell yourself that you are closer to your goals than you were when you woke up to that morning. And I'd love to hear from you. What are the other reasons that you think people don't reach their fitness goals? You know, I've only covered 5, and that's only from my experience and my personal opinion. But I do value yours, and I would love to hear what other factors you guys think would contribute towards people not meeting their fitness goals. But that's the Multi-Dimensional Trainer signing out. Peace, much love, namaste.